Hi guys, I hope this finds you well. I'm doing a little impromptu video because I was working behind the scenes on my plan for the rest of the year. As you know, we are hitting the 6 month mark of 2025, and I was figuring out, okay, what am I going to focus on for the month of July, specifically when it comes to the content inside of the membership and also the things outside of the membership. And I wanted to share something with you guys because one thing that I wanted to do inside of the membership was a 1K 30 challenge, meaning how to make $1,000 in 30 days. Well, in this case, it's going to be 31 days for July, right? And I wanted to share the process or the how to with you guys, like openly to everybody for free, and inside of the membership is really going to be the implementation. Because at the end of the day, you can learn everything there is to learn about business. It's all there, it's all free on YouTube. You can learn it. But I've learned after many years in business that the hardest thing or the most important thing is really about focusing and being intentional about the daily actions, what you actually do. Taking action is really what matters. Not so much what you know, what you learn, because we learn a lot of things. We can learn a lot of things. But if you don't do anything about it, if you don't take action, if you don't stay intentional, if you don't have accountability, if you don't have support, then the knowledge doesn't take you anywhere, right? And so I wanted to share the knowledge because there's nothing really, I mean, you can learn it from me, you can learn it from somebody else on YouTube, it doesn't really matter. And so I wanted to walk you through the process. Actually just wrote it down like a few minutes ago, and I wanted to share that with you guys. It's a 5-part process of how to make $1,000 in 30 days. And I wanted to, the first part, the first thing I wanted you to know, part one, is it's all about mindset. If you believe that you can, you will. If you believe that you cannot do it, then you won't. You have to first believe that it's possible. I know that when you have emanating money online in your business or in other capacity, and you're thinking, okay, $1,000 in 30 days, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. And you might, second guess yourself. You might think that, okay, this is impossible. But I want to encourage you to really believe that it's possible. Okay, in the grand scheme of things, $1,000 is not a lot of money. If you think big terms, right? But it can make a big difference for a lot of people. For a lot of us, $1,000 is a lot of money because it can make a big difference. You can put like maybe 4 or 5 of your kids into summer camp. So it's like tangible difference for you and I. And so I'm not minimizing the fact that, okay, it's easy and, just like that. But the first thing I want you to understand is that when you think about it, I want you to believe that it's possible. The second thing that I want to tell you, other than the fact that you have to take action, is not just about knowledge, but it's about taking action. The other very important thing is that I want you to think about $1,000 in different ways, because $1,000 might be intimidating, and it could be, oh, how am I going to get somebody to pay me $1,000? Because you might think that this is the only way you can make $1,000. But I'm about to show you that there are different ways to get to Rome, different ways to make $1,000. First way, just like you thought, one person will pay you $1,000. Second way is 2 people will pay you $500. Okay? Maybe that sounds a little more manageable. Maybe that sounds a little more quote unquote realistic. Whatever realistic is for you, it's not the same. We don't have the same definition. It's all subjective. Realistic is subjective. Third way, 3 clients pay you $350. Why not? 4 clients pay you $250. Okay? 5 clients, $200. Okay? Can you get 10 people to pay you $100 each? Maybe that sounds a lot more doable, a lot more realistic to you. Or maybe even 20 people to spend $50 with you. Okay? So don't focus so much on the, oh my gosh, who's that one person that is going to pay me $1,000? But maybe it's going to be 10 people paying you $100. Maybe it's going to be 4 people paying you $250. And now you're like, oh, okay. If you break it down this way, it looks more doable. Okay, so $1,000 again can be a lot of money, but if you break it down in different ways of getting to the $1,000, you might feel more comfortable with a specific way or another. Okay, so I want you to look at the math in different ways. There are different ways to get to $1,000. All right, so that's part one, the mindset. Now that we know that, let's get into the process itself. Let's get into, okay, how do we make $1,000 in the month of July? First thing you have to do, which is second part of the process, is ideation. Getting clear on what are you going to sell. Some of you are already clear on that, so you can skip this part. But for those of you who are not really sure about what are you going to sell, then this is where you're getting clear on that. I have a lot of other videos that I can point you back to about ideation. What is your business idea? What is that something that you like, something that you're good at, something that people will pay you for? All of that process, okay? So I'm going to point to another video where you can go deeper into that section, into that part. Ideation is very important. You need to know exactly what kind of business you're going to create. Second part is validating that business idea, making sure that there's demand for it, making sure that other people are offering that as well. That's a green light. The fact that other people are offering the thing that you want to offer is a great sign that there's a need for this thing. Okay? So validating and crafting your offer. So now that you know that there are different ways you can get paid $1,000, let's look at the offer. How exactly am I going to get paid $1,000? Am I going to offer a one VIP day or a one-on-one session? Am I going to offer a group program that's live? Am I going to offer a digital product? Am I going to host a one-day group workshop? Different ways to offer your services. Okay, so you're going to decide on one offer, one way that you're going to help your client. It could be digital product, group program, workshop, whatever it is. Like even if you're thinking about a group program, it cannot be a 6-month group program. We're trying to make $1,000 within 30 days, okay? Unless you can make $1,000 within 30 days and then you can make more, you know, the other months, okay? So let's say, for example, you have a program that you're charging, let's say $1,000 for, and it's a 3-month program, but so that would be, let's say, 350 per month for one person. But then that means that you would need how many people? That means that you would need at least 3 people. Okay. And in that case, you made $1,000 in July. Then you're going to make 1,000 in August and 1,000 in September. Okay. So either way, you have to work the math. It has to work so that you're making $1,000 in July. You can make more after that if you want to. But for the challenge, for the purpose of this 1K30, I want you to look at how you're going to make $1,000 within the month of July. Okay, so once you have that, and I'm actually going to give you time frames. Ideation shouldn't take you more than 2 days to figure out, okay, what is your business idea? One day you should be able to do that. Okay, I can give you 2 days to do that. Validation, you're going to look at what's being done online out there. I can give you 2 days to do that, making sure that there's demand for what it is that you want to do. And then deciding, you're not crafting it yet, but really deciding on what offer you're going to put out there. You see a lot of people doing group programs, for example. Maybe you want to do one-on-one. A lot of people are doing group programs. Maybe you're like, you know what? I think I can offer this solution and help clients get to the solution in one day. So you're going to offer a one-day workshop. Why not? Okay? So you get to make the decision on the format of your offer. I'll give you 2 days to do that, okay? To validate and to decide on the format of your offer. Next thing you're going to do, phase 4. So phase 1 is your mindset. Phase 2 is ideation. Phase 3, validation and deciding on your offer, crafting your offer. Phase 4, this is where it gets super actionable. This is where you put yourself out there. And this is where a lot of people get shy. A lot of people get overwhelmed. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't know. I'm not ready. This is where you put it out there. This is where you tap into visibility. This is where you get This is where you tell the world what you do. If you're starting from scratch, you don't have an audience, you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have a lot of subscribers, followers, all of that, you can leverage other people's audiences. I have another video where I tell you more about that. I'll point you to that video as well. Where, for example, on Facebook, you are leveraging other people's Facebook groups. You contribute in those groups. You show up in those groups. You support other people in those groups. You provide answers in the comments. When they post questions, you provide answers, good answers, okay? You support other people. That's how you leverage other people's Facebook groups. You can do that on YouTube as well. You can do that on Instagram, any platform of your choice. But Facebook groups are the best place to do that, in my opinion. Another way you can do that is leveraging collaborations. If you could get an invitation to a podcast, to a YouTube channel, anything like that, where you get to have a conversation with the host who has your ideal client as their audience. Okay, so that means that by you being on their channel, they are basically saying to their audience that, okay, the fact that this person is on my channel and I'm interviewing her, I'm vouching for her. She knows what she's talking about. I like what she's doing, and you guys are gonna like what she's doing. So in a way, it's like they are putting you in at a certain level without you having to climb all the levels of the ladder. Does that make sense? So you're leveraging their visibility in front of their audience, and this is where you can show what you do, you can give tips, you can give information, and absolutely share your offer. Okay? By now, as you are leveraging other people's audiences, whether it is through social media or by being visible, like being interviewed or something like that, you would have crafted your offer. If it's a digital product, for example, you have to create it in advance. Okay. If it's a live workshop, you don't have to create anything. You just have to do the sales page. You can use a platform like Stand Store. I highly recommend it. You can look in the description of my video where you will have a 2-week free trial with Stand Store. After that, I think it's $29 a month. Whether it's one-on-ones that you want to do, whether it's digital products that you want to upload in there and sell through Stand Store, whether it is to have webinars as well, you can do that. A workshop, whether it's live, whether it's pre-recorded, you can do it all on Stand Store. So in terms of tech, it doesn't require much. Stand Store is something that I highly, highly recommend. So this is probably going to take you at least a week to do. Okay, being out there, being visible, even if you're not able to get collaborations like being on other people's channels or anything like that, at least you can be in those spaces on social media, in their groups, and also leveraging your own platforms, your own Facebook profile, your own Instagram profile, your own your own profiles, right? And so you are going to be able to share tips, share content, and now phase 5, absolutely sharing your offer. Because at the end of the day, free content is great, right? It gives you great visibility, but people need to go from free to paid. They need to buy your thing, and you need to tell them what your thing is. You need to tell them about your one-on-one, your digital product, your group program, or your workshop, whatever it is that you have planned for them. You need to tell them. So you need to share the link to your paid offer. Again, the link of your Stand Store. That's an easy thing to do. All right. And this part is really going to be the part that is going to take the longest for you. Ideally, you want to promote for at least 2 weeks. The great thing is that if, for example, you promote it for one day and then you get a person that buys at $1,000, or you get 10 people to buy at 100 in just one day, great, you reached your goal in just one day. But realistically, we want to give ourselves time to promote it, mostly if it's a new offer, or if we don't have an audience, or if we haven't been visible in a while, we've been MIA a little bit. And so we want to give ourselves at least 2 weeks in promotion mode to promote our offers, to make sure that we can reach our goal of 1K in 30 days. Okay? So let me recap. What are you going to do in order for you to make $1,000 within the next 30 days? So for the whole month of July, this is my challenge for you. This is what you're going to do. Okay, this is going to work. This is going to work. But now you have to take action. Okay, first thing you have to do is think that it's possible. Mindset, part 1. Part 2 is ideation. Make sure that You're clear on what exactly your business is going to be about, your offer is going to be about, who you're going to help, how you're going to help them. Number three, part three is validating, making sure that other people are doing that already, making sure that people are offering this kind of service. That is a green flag for you. That shows that there is a need for what you want to offer as well. So that was part three. Part four is your visibility plan. So making sure that you're sharing free content, making sure that you're supporting other people in Facebook groups and other social media platforms. If you can, collaborate with other creators so that you can be featured on their channels. That would be ideal. That would be great. And last but not least, part five is promoting your offer, making sure that you're telling people that you have something for sale and that is going to help them. Okay, so these are the five parts, these are the things that you can implement right now starting today so that you can make your $1,000 within the next 30 days, within the whole month of July. It could happen in a day, just like it could happen in 30 days, but it is definitely doable. You can do it in the month of July. Now, if you want implementation help, if you want support, if you want accountability, if you want to know what exactly you need to do every single day to stay on track, now this is where I invite you to join us inside of the Freedom Business Academy membership. This is where we're going to be working on that together. And on top of that, I am going to be working on a special offer that is different from what I'm doing here. But I want to show you the behind the scenes of how I am myself implementing those steps as well. So you get to see my process and I get to support you in your process as well. Okay, so if you want to join us inside of the membership, the link is in the description of this video. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, Sunday. So in 4 days, 3 days, today's Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In 3 days, I'm closing the doors to the membership. That way I can focus on the ladies inside of the program to help them implement this strategy. And if you want to be part of the sisterhood, definitely join us. If you have any questions about the membership, ask them in the comments or just send me an email or a message on Instagram as well. That way I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, so again, you can absolutely do it. I gave you the step by step on how to do it. Now, if you need more support to do that, so that you make that, so that you're sure that you're staying on track with what you have to do every single day to stay motivated, to stay focused, definitely join us inside of the membership. Okay, I hope to see you in there. Any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.